50 years in the making. It starts with the purchase of a bracelet and ends with the satisfaction knowing a veteran thought lost for years made it home safe and sound.
Dear Craig,
Janet Stemmle of Brookville, Indiana, wrote this letter shortly after watching a segment on the anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War on World News Tonight with David Muir.
at the very end of the news, he showed a great deal of pictures of many POWs who returned to the United States approximately 50 years ago.
In the right-hand corner of this photo at the bottom, that's Tom Hanton.
Seeing this segment and hearing David Muir talk about it, you immediately realized at that point, after 50 years, that Tom's alive.
Yeah. And I thought, well, I wonder where he is, And
So you put me to work.
I did. Here's I said, maybe Craig can get in touch with David Muir. That's who we are. Right? But I said, or you would know about your home through your home front.
That has stuck with you. So even without looking at the bracelet,
I know.
You know
when
that
I heard
name.
it on TV, I said, that's on the bracelet. That's my guy,
Thomas Hanton was a young Air Force captain when he was forced to eject June 27, 1972, over North Vietnam. His name placed on a metal bracelet when he was listed as a prisoner of war. The bracelet sold as a way to hold out hope for the safe return of the POWs and those missing in action. So what was that encouragement that you said, oh, I want to buy one of those and keep a candle burning?
Yeah. I had a friend in Cincinnati. He went to the Art Academy of Cincinnati. He said, oh, these guys are all buying bracelets. Would you want one? I said, oh, yeah, give me one.
The idea being that if your service member came home, you would send them the bracelet to show that they were never forgotten. And knowing that Tom was now alive, in her letter, she asked me to help track him down. And I did in South Carolina. So when she heard the name and she saw you, she immediately reached out to me and said, Craig, can you help me track him down? I want to return this bracelet. What does that mean to you?
Well, that shows you, that's the humbleness of it all, that someone, could have just, said, this is interesting and said, I'm glad to know that he came home, and that's it. But she went the extra distance and contacted you, and obviously you did some research and found me.
I played his response for Janet.
I appreciate her patriotism, number one, for the interest in a small segment, if you will, of the military serving in Vietnam, that she made the effort to, first of all, acquire the bracelet, and then having it so long and wearing it so faithfully.
You're seeing that, you want to keep some hope. These guys look good. I mean, I know they're older, but aren't we all? And just that they went through that is just, amazing. And then here they are.
And here we are. And she has another bracelet, by the way, that of Lieutenant Colonel William Dugan, who remains missing in action from the Vietnam War. If you have one of these bracelets, I'll put some information in this online story where you can check to see if the service member on it is accounted for or not. That's WCPO.com/homefront.